Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Monday, April 18th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy Fresh, TROT, Skee Profit in a moment as well. Ready for the Monday NBA playoff card, third day of the NBA playoffs. And now we're into game two. Now we've seen something in each of these conference quarterfinal, first-round matchups. And now we can, sort of like the teams, make our adjustments now going into game two for each of these series. We've got Raptors, Sixers. We've got Jazz and Mavericks, and we have Nuggets and Warriors playing game two tonight. Let's get right to it. We will start with Toronto taking on Philadelphia. And if you listen to the entire world right now, this series is already over. Why even play the game tonight? We've got Philadelphia 7.5-point home favorites in this game. The total 217 in this one. So this is just at this time of year, I like fading media narratives, media rhetoric. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. Everyone is going to say with the Raptors injuries, with the blowout situation in game one, that it's all over for Toronto and Philly's going to roll, Philly's going to sweep, and yada, yada, yada. I've seen enough of Toronto to know there's heart. I've seen enough from Toronto to know there's grit, there's character. There's a team that when things are at their bleakest, they often rise up. And I'm not about to say they're going to win this game tonight. But what I do think we're going to see is a Raptors team that plays a whole hell of a lot better, even with the injuries here tonight in game two in this game. And I'm going to sprinkle on them three ways. First, I like the first quarter, and especially with Toronto tonight after that blowout loss. I think you see Nick Nurse make his adjustments. I think you see this defense pick it up after they're not going to let Tyrese Maxey get almost 40 points again like the other night. I think you'll see better defensive effort. Are there concerns? Yes. The bench takes an even greater hit with the injuries. And, of course, I'm talking about Gary Trent's out. Scotty Barnes, obviously, he was in a walking boot earlier today. He won't play. And it's looking like Thad Young, one of the key players they got at the deadline to really give them depth along the bench, also out here for this for this game as well. But I also think there's a lack of times of killer instinct in the Sixers. And we've seen this in years past. Maybe it's different this year. We're going to find out tonight. But I've seen this with Philadelphia, too, in a lot of situations where they have this great performance in the playoffs and they get comfortable and they relax a little bit. And the team bounces back the next game against them and gives them a game, and if not, beats them. I'm not saying the Raptors are going to beat them. We don't need them to win the game. What I do know is I know this team is good enough to compete much better than they did the other night, even with the key injuries. You've still got Freddie VanVleet, who I love, by the way, tonight in this game. Over points and assists, Fred VanVleet in this game. And I'm going to do both because I think he's going to be a facilitator as well. And I think you're going to see him score the basketball and look, he was probably embarrassed. The point guard matchup was completely dominated by Ty Maxey in game one. And Fred VanVleet is a prideful player. He knows that, this team he's capable of better than that. The team's capable of better than that. And I think you're going to see a spot here where Fred VanVleet is the leader of the team, and you're going to see him win or lose. He's going to get his tonight. I like over points and assists with Fred VanVleet tonight in this one. And like I say, I'm going to go probably 1 unit total across 3 different bets with the Raptors here. First quarter, which is plus 2.5, plus 3. First half, Toronto, which is plus 4.5, and the full game, which is plus 7.5. I'll probably defer to putting a little bit more on the Raptors early in the game because I do worry that with the injuries and the lack of depth, third, fourth quarter rolls around, Philly starts to, impose their will. What if Harden has a good game? Embiid, capable of just absolutely terrorizing Toronto. There are things that work against Toronto with the injuries, and the Philly team could get stronger as the game goes. But I do think, especially early, you get the Raptors' best punch, and I think that's the way I would go here in this one. Dutch, we'll turn it to you here. I've said enough. Game 2, Raptors-Sixers.
Yeah, man. Big Show. Hit that motherfucking train for my man Jay Wills one time.
All right, Jay Wills, thank you, my man. We appreciate it. $10 dono. And hit the like button. Already 147 live viewers. Let's go. It's a Monday. Medicate Monday. Don't be lazy. Hit that
$5 dono from Kenny Rogers, too.
Kenny Rogers, thank you, Kenny.
Yeah. Big Show. Kenny was coming next, bro. I had him, bro. I got him. But we appreciate you. Big shout out to the motherfucking Big Show on the 1s and 2s back in action. That's right. Hit that motherfucking like button, just like Bobano said. You know, even though it is Medicaid Monday, so y'all probably even extra motherfucking lazy. I know I am. After I just hit that motherfucking plane of cheetah piss, it got me right where I needed to be. All right, but big shout out to everybody in the chat. Nets Bets, I see you. Lucky Power, Mr. Vape, new name, I see you, my dude. Bruce Hayward,
Cheetah
everyone
what?
in there. Cheetah piss, man. Cheetah piss. It's a beautiful
See,
thing.
Big
This
Show's
shit.
still in all the light. I was gonna speak on that. Come on now, Big Show.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Cookies Burner, big bird doing big things. You already know. Cheetah piss. It gets you. It's nice, man. Strong with a little bit of flavor. But yeah, man. Share the motherfucking video most importantly, and we appreciate everybody up in this motherfucker. But I kind of disagree with Bobano. I can't lie. You know, hey, our girl Tiffany back in action. I see you, girl. You know, good to see you here, even though the Knickerbockers aren't. No, I was fucking with you, but hey, you know, I disagree with the Bobano, man. I have to say, I do. I think there's, you know, without Scotty, man, Scotty was balling too, and I know they have Van Fleet, and I agree with you. I think there's probably value with Van Fleet back, especially like we talked about in Game 1 from a defensive perspective. Van Fleet should be able to get off. And then Maxey busting his ass last game. You expect to get the best out of Van Fleet. Also, with no Trent, you got to get fucking Van Fleet. So I'm sure his points are probably up. You know, look for OG and Spicy, you know, Piakam to have a nice little game. But, man, you know, they shot 40% from three. You know, I'm talking about Toronto. They shot 40% from three, 48.8%. They almost shot, 50% from the field in this game. Had 27 assists, only turned the ball over 8 times, and still lost the game by fucking 20 points with their horses out there. Now, I know, obviously, Philly got on them early, but, I mean, this shit wasn't close, man. It really wasn't. I have a feeling Philly is going to fill themselves a little bit to handle business at the house, and then we can maybe get back to a series north of the border, like when we talk about Thibault won't be making the trip. And then hopefully, for basketball sakes and for fucking the future bets and for a good fucking series, Toronto gets their boys back. Because if Scotty ain't out there and Gary Trent Jr. is not out there, I mean, it's no fucking bueno. This shit might be over in 5. I think Toronto, you know, can compete, Bobano, but I don't think they can beat Philly. So I think you're kind of holding your breath if you're betting the spread, to be honest with you. You know, Philly shot 50% from the field. You know, 51% from or 50% from the 3. So they were clicking in all cylinders, obviously, in Game 1. But, you know, and they only had 3 turnovers as well. So if they can do that, this game, you know, this game won't be close. I don't know if they'll repeat that performance, but I do know that this isn't going to be very easy for Toronto without Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent. So I look for Philly to handle business. If you want to lay the points, go ahead. But I believe they'll win the game here. And Joel Embiid only had 19 points in Game 1, too. That's what scares me a lot. He did have 15 rebounds, but only had 19 points, didn't go crazy, had 11 free throw attempts. You didn't get the best out of Joel Embiid, and these motherfuckers still routed him by 20. So I have a feeling they're going to ring the bell at the house.
All right, like in Philly, it's a tough road for Toronto. There's no doubt. If they get eviscerated tonight, then I'm on probably that train of thought that this is going to be a short series, even with it going back to Toronto. Like, I leave the door open for this Raptors team to be much better and fight better and make their adjustments and really realize where they went wrong. And it's very easy to see where they went wrong. Defensively, they didn't force any turnovers either in Game 1, and that's been such a catalyst for them all year, is scoring in transition, really using those turnovers and those active hands and getting arms, legs, bodies in the passing lane and leading to easy baskets. They didn't get anything like that in Game 1. They know that they've got to somehow turn Philly over. They didn't do that enough in Game 1. That was a big reason why they just got stymied in that game. We'll see if they can change that here tonight. Wham! What do you think here? Game 2, Raps Sixers.
Yeah, exactly how I was going to look at this game. It's about the turnovers, about the effort. What type of perfect game you're expecting the 76ers to have again? I mean, Maxey, bro, you know, did 66% from the field, bro, on a top 10 defense this year. Does he do that again? You know what I mean? Even with Scotty Barnes out the lineup, I think Precious Achiuwa slides right back in. I wish they was giving us that 3. You already know, Bobano, man. He's been shooting the 3. He had 2 threes last game. Would be only thinking he gets more with him having a starting role, but that prop is not available. You know how the Bucks be. They be in church, you know what I'm saying, after Easter and shit. But Scotty Barnes out is definitely a big look there. As far as Pascal, he woke up in the second half, gave us that over 24.5. I'm not on that 25.5 today. I think it may be more distributed around. I think Fred VanVleet is a great play. What my guy Bobano said there. And do I expect these guys to have another perfect game, not have any turnovers in the first half as far as 76ers? Like you said, Babano, I don't think that's happening again. I think they average 15.8 turnovers because that's their DNA. That's the culture. That's the type of character this team has. I think they do force turnovers. Tobias Harris, he didn't have any turnovers. I expect him to have at least a couple, you know what I'm saying, this game. He had a perfect game as well. So I think Maxey may be still cooking, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, it don't seem like he may not fall off too much, but 38 points, 66% from the field, I don't think that's going to be a duplicate today. And I do like the offense for Toronto. So give me the 7.5, man. And I do think my thought process is that Toronto still can finish and win this game. So I might be sprinkling a little bit on the money line. I'm going to see what type of live look we look here. So, but Toronto plus 7.5, lock that in for me, bro.
All right, liking Toronto. All right, I like it. A little differing opinion here in this first game for sure. I don't know. I trust Toronto early. I do. I trust this coach. I trust this team. I trust their character. I trust their resilience, even with the injuries, to show up big early. The question is, can they sustain whatever they do in the first quarter and first half for the full game? Or is Philly just the better team and they take over and they dominate as it goes? We'll find out. Skee Profit with us now. Skee, what do you think game 2 here, Raptors, Sixers?
Yeah, I'll let y'all have the sides in this game. I'm going to just keep it simple. It's a lot of people missing it from the Raptors side, so I think there's a lot of points to be had. And Siakam's been good anyway versus them. He's gone over 25.5, 3 of his last 4 games against the Sixers, and 4 of his last 5 games in general. So I like him. And I also like OG. Without Barnes out there, OG usually goes over this number, 16.5 points. So give me both of those guys.
All right, looking more toward props here for Skee in this one. All right, let's go to Utah and Dallas. Utah 5-point road favorites, 206 the total in this one. Man, that was frustrating. Dallas in game 1 was so frustrating. They played such a great effort, and they just couldn't make a big shot when they needed it down the stretch. And that's going to be the issue without Luka. You need Jalen Brunson to be good, and he was okay. You need Dinwiddie to be good. He was okay. You need Kleber to step up. He made 1 big shot and not a whole lot other than that. I mean, that's the problem for Dallas. Can you find enough offense here and make it worth the effort that your defense is putting in? You can't criticize Dallas's defensive performance against Utah. They did everything they could, keep them in that game, give them a chance to win. They just need more offense right now. And the question is, who's going to step up? Who can Jason Kidd count on here without Luka Doncic? Who's going to make a big shot for me here tonight in this game? I'm still not laying any points with Utah. That hasn't changed for me, even after the game 1 win. I'm not laying it with Utah here in this game tonight. The one regret that I have about game 1 is I didn't take the triple, the trifecta spot. I only went with the full game, and of course they lost by 6, getting 5.5, which was frustrating. I should have went first quarter, first half, and full game, and I think that's probably the direction I lean here in this one, is a little first quarter, first half, full game, a little on all 3, but maybe just like with Toronto, look more toward putting a bit more stake on the first half and first quarter with the Dallas Mavericks. I just hope they can score enough, because I'm not concerned about their defense. This is one of the better defensive teams in the NBA. They did a pretty good job for much of that game against Utah. You know, Donovan Mitchell struggled early in that game. He's definitely better in the second half, but they really contained him early in that game. I have no issues with Dallas bringing it defensively. It's where are they going to go to get consistent offense, consistent shot making, because they're going to need more of it here in this game. Dorian Finney-Smith did what he could. Again, Brunson and Dinwiddie, you look 24 and 22, but I found down the stretch, you couldn't find those 2 guys with a telescope on the basketball court in terms of making shots. And that's a problem. Those have to be your breadwinners here for Dallas if you're going to end up winning this game. So, you know, it was such a low-scoring first game, 99-93. It stayed well under the total. We've seen a small adjustment in this total. That total, you know, actually opened 214, 216, and it closed, 209. This total is even lower tonight, 206 here in game 2, but it's hard to bet an over. Really is. I mean, can you trust Dallas to make shots here? I do trust their defense, so I probably only look under again. Usually I like to zigzag with the totals sometimes, but first game stays under. Sometimes I like to look at the game 2 over, but I don't think I can do it in this game. But I will look to Dallas here with a little bit first quarter, first half, full game. I'll dare the Utah Jazz to, you know, win by margin on the road, a second straight game. Even without Luka, I don't trust them to do it. Simple as that. Skee, what do you think here? Game 2, Utah, Dallas.
I think Utah, or for one, I don't trust Utah at all. Y'all know that. Like, they weren't playing good ball to end the year. I told y'all how I think about that. Utah, they don't even like each other, all that good stuff. And Dallas, for as poor as they played offensively, they only lost by 6. Like, they shot less than 40% from the field, less than 30% from 3.
Yep.
And they got out rebounded by like damn near 20, and they lost by 6, bro. And so, I love what their defense was doing, holding Utah under 100. And anytime you can do that, you got a chance to win. So at the house, I think I think Dallas can only play a little bit better offensively. And I did grab them plus the 5.5.
I'm totally with you. Totally with you. I'm not jumping off Dallas Express yet in this series or in these playoffs. Like if they can somehow get Luka back at some point in this series, win this series, then anything can happen at that point on. Other than I think beating Phoenix, because I don't think anyone's beaten Phoenix in the West. Dutch, what do you think here? Jazz Mavericks.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Billy Briz. I see you, my dude. He likes Philly early, first quarter, I believe, first half. For sure, first quarter. Nasty Nate, I see you, my dude. Lucky Power, Lit Picks. Yeah, man, I disagree with both y'all motherfuckers, honestly. I do. I really do. No Luka, no motherfucking Bueno. And you know what you could say, Ski. You could say that about Dallas. They did play pretty shitty in game 1. But Utah didn't play that fucking good either. You know what I mean? They had 14 turnovers. Dallas only had 7. They only had 15 fucking assists. You know what I mean in the game. They did have 17. They were plus 17 on the rebounds. I think that'll continue. Why? Because Dallas is fucking small, bro. They're too small for Utah. I really believe that. I believe Whiteside comes off the bench and handles business as well. Fucking Gobert just everywhere. Can a motherfucker get a couple passes to him at least? Though, motherfucker only have 5 points with 17 rebounds. And trying to set the tone. Get out there. Stop fucking standing around watching motherfuckers on defense. I know everybody's seen that on Twitter. People talking about how mad he was. He's trying to have his team play fucking playoff defense. Come on,
he had 1 field goal attempt.
that's because ain't nobody giving him the rock. But he still has 17 rebounds.
Donovan Mitchell had 29 though.
Yeah, and that's exactly my next point. Motherfucker missed 19 shots. Donovan Mitchell did. I don't expect that to happen again. Maybe make some adjustments. Conley had a pretty efficient game. Didn't get in any shots. Clarkson only shot the ball 10 times. They only had 20 points off the bench. And that's another factor in this game. 20-14 in the bench play. Dallas does not have a fucking bench. It's non-existent. First of all, Josh Green is the moment's too big for that dude. I don't know if y'all watched it, but they
pulled his ass right out. When
he's like, hey, Jason, like, hey, pull this motherfucker. And then they're relying on Bertans and Kleber. Oh my fucking God. Good luck with that shit. I mean, those motherfuckers played absolutely no defense. Can't move their feet, and they're either splash or can't hit the fucking rim, bro. It's unbelievable how streaky these two motherfuckers are. So if you want to back that, go ahead. I'm just telling you right now, Clarkson didn't even have a good game. Bogdanovich is a nightmare matchup for him. I think you have Finney on them, and then you have to put. I think Booker's too small for him, or not Booker, but Bullock is too small for him. So it's kind of like pick or choose. If you want Finney on Mitchell, one of those guys are gonna get off. Clarkson gonna have a better game. Gobert gonna do his thing. He only had 1 field goal, 5 points, and they still, I know it was only a 6-point victory, but they got the job done. I think they're only gonna fill themselves a little bit more in this game. I like Utah -5 in here. I know everybody hates on Utah, but until Luka the motherfucking Don comes back, y'all missing the big point, man. This motherfucker is that good. Until they come back, Dallas ain't the same team, and Utah's just better than them. So 5 points ain't really shit. Utah handles them tonight, plays better basketball from start to finish. Jazz, man, Jazz.
All right, singing a tune there with the Utah Jazz -5 here in this one. It's very possible that could be the case. I still think some of these Dallas role players can shoot better, can play better. The defense was good. And Utah.
They have no bench, bro. No bench.
Does Utah have killer? We talked about Philly. Do they have killer instinct? I haven't seen Philly go up 2-0 in a playoff series in a long time. Does Utah have that killer instinct too? We know they've lacked that in playoffs past. Do you have the killer instinct? Go in there, say there's no Luka Doncic. Let's go in there and take 2 games in Dallas. Do they have that kind of mentality, Utah? I question that still. They got to show it tonight. We'll see. Wham, what do you think, Utah, Dallas?
I don't think they had that mentality at all, bro. So I think we all just ganging in on my guy Dutch here. Because Dallas, I mean, they've been great all year. Look, listen, he's my guy for
versus
sure.
the world on today's edition of the Pub Hub. Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Dallas just had a mentality, like you mentioned, Ian. They're really good after a loss. I mean, let's just say it. I mean, for as far as what they've been all year, they've been winning straight up after a loss, 21-9. And then as far as them against the spread, 22-8. So not only are they winning and they're covering here. So I can only imagine what type of team is going to try to have bounce back. I expect Reggie Bullock to continue to be like, this is probably his series here as far as props. So I'm taking the over 12.5 points. He's had 15 last game. The game before that, when he played against this team, had 20 plus. So I expected him to continue to have the third most field goal attempts for this team in this game. As far as the Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie, they both went over their point totals, but it just didn't look sexy enough. You know what I'm saying? Didn't look sexy. So I think that's the difference here. My guy gone. He out of here. Yeah. Hey, but at the same time, it's all good though. It's all good because if you really think about it, Dallas is the better team. Dallas is the better team. They just don't have their best guy. You know what I mean? I think they're the better team. They just don't have their best guy right now. So as of it is constructed, you would think Jazz should be able to hold it down. But like you guys said, the boy don't even get no attempts down low, man. He got to do all the work on the rebound. He got to do all the defense, cut off all the guys. And then after a while, it starts to fuck with your brain, especially knowing that shit about to get blown up anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit gonna get blown up anyway. If either it's gonna get prolonged into the next round or until it's gonna get done in this round, I think you got the mental capacity for the Dallas Mavericks to overcome any hurdles, even without Luka in this game. So I like the Jazz. I took the ski line on this one, bro. I took the 5.5 like my guy did, and I took the plus 188. You know what I'm saying, on the money line. So
you mean the Mavs, not the Jazz?
I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies. Hey.
Hey, the motherfucker had it right.
He
had it right.
What was it called?
Right.
Cougar Pits. What was that Cougar Pits my guy was smoking? Hey, I need some of that, man. For real. But no, for the most part, no. It's all mad. All mad. Cheetah Pits. Cheetah Pits. My apologies. I'm thinking something else. You dig what I'm saying? I'm thinking something else.
Give me some with some pits on it, damn it.
Yeah, I'm sure
Put a pit on it. Put a pit on it. But no, I'm on a Mavs, though. I'm on a Mavs plus 5.5 and a money line plus 188.
All right, there. And
I forgot to mention one thing too. I like Brunson over it. I took 4.5 rebounds because y'all, like I said, Gobert got to do everything. He got to rebound and play defense. Nobody else do anything. They give up rebounds to guards. So Brunson then went over 4.5 rebounds 8 of his last 10 games. So I like that too.
All right, good stuff.
Reggie Bullock over 12.5 points.
Yeah. Reggie Bullock. All right, good. Some props. There's a prop I like in this final game here. Denver, Golden State. Game 2 here. Golden State 7-point home favorites, 222 the total. I do lean Denver plus the points. I think they've got a better game in them, but I really like Jokic here. Jokic wasn't happy with his game actually in game 1. I mean, actually his numbers weren't terrible. He had 25 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. It's not bad. But he said he missed a lot of easy shots. And I agree. If you watch that game, he missed a lot of shots right around the rim that he normally makes. And he can't miss those against Golden State or if they have no shot in this series. He's got to make those kind of shots. He didn't do enough of that in game 1. He's openly talked about it. I just need to be better. And if Denver's going to come, I just rather say if you like Denver at all in this series, Jokic is, just bet Jokic props tonight, even, or at least don't just bet Denver plus the points. Take some Jokic props as well. Because if they're going to cover the number and, challenge to win this game outright, they're going to do it because Jokic is enormous for them. So I like Jokic here over 28.5 points in this game. The over points, rebounds, and assists, all 3. I like that a little bit as well. In this one with Jokic at 50.5, but I'm really going to focus more on the points, 28.5 here in this one. I think he gets it. A Denver team looking to avoid a 2-0 series deficit. I'm definitely liking Nikola Jokic, obviously, to have that step-up game that he's talked about. For Golden State, obviously, look, Mark Jones said it on the broadcast the other night. The Splash Brothers brought their own Poole with them tonight, and Jordan Poole was phenomenal. 30 points, 9 of 13 from the field. It's kind of like the Raptors with Maxey, the Nuggets with Poole. I mean, you just cannot let this guy play that well again. Raptors can't let Maxey play that well again. The Warriors cannot, or the Nuggets can't let Poole do that again. It's already tough enough when you got to worry about Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Andrew Wiggins. Something can get going as well at times, even though he frustrates you. You just can't let Jordan Poole have a 30-point game against you, or else you're really putting yourself behind the 8 ball if you're the Denver Nuggets. So This is a game where, again, I lean with the +7. I'll probably have a smaller bet on that, but I'm really going to focus on Jokic being the bell cow, being the guy to lead the way for the Denver Nuggets tonight. Over 28.5 points, -140, Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets, and also the over points, rebounds, and assists for a smaller play. I like the points by itself with the Joker even more. Wham, let's start with you here. Game 2, Denver, Golden State.
Yeah, man, out for blood, Golden State. They didn't make the playoffs last year. Looked like they didn't make the playoffs because Jordan Poole made his postseason debut and joined Mitch Richmond and Wilt Chamberlain to the only two to score 30 plus in their postseason debut, bro. And he made his first 6 shots in the first half, bro. 17 points. I'm thinking, man, is this duplicate? Like, is it like we talked about Maxey here? Is that going to be something that he does again? I can see him having that same role, but in this guy, I think that it's going to be crazy. I think that Golden State Warriors really didn't even show that they're this. They even better than what they were in the last game. As much as Jokic did have a bad game, missing some, couple of layups here and there, but let's be honest, man. But boy was out there. He couldn't do it by himself. You can't do it by yourself. It's really, you're looking around. You're looking for Monte Morris to have a crazy game. This ain't the regular season. These guys are just keying in on these guys. So give me Golden State again, man. I'm going back to the well, -7. I'm not scared of this. I think they're going to sweep and try to get some rest up because the next series that they play right here, you know what I'm saying, they got to rest up for this one. This is going to be a tough one. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a easier game than it even was last game. I expect Golden State to smack them up again. I just think that it's just a bad matchup for Jokic and MVP, man, back-to-back finals exit, first round exits, bro. It's not looking good for these writers, bro, when he's getting out like this. So I'll just leave it at that, man. I'm on the Golden State Warriors -7, -110.
All right, saying Golden State's just too good, Wham. Liking them here -7, -110 against the Denver Nuggets here in this one. By the way, know something, $10 dono. Very good. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for the dono. Much love and respect. Thank you very much for that. With the Warriors, too, I should point out, for the Nuggets, rather, Will Barton gave you 24. Jokic gave you 25. And really, I mean, Monte Morris got to be better, and you need something out of, Highland. Could you get something out of Rivers, Bryn Forbes? I don't know. You're right. The options offensively are limited once you get beyond Jokic and you get beyond Barton, and that's why Morris, I think, has to be much better tonight for the Nuggets. But what the good news for them is we've seen this guy come in before and give them something at least offensively at times. Will he tonight? But at least he wasn't available in game 1. He will be tonight. The Argentinian assassin for the Denver Nuggets, Facundo Campazzo, is apparently going to play tonight here for them. Let's see if Michael Malone's got the guts to. Maybe he'll put him in at some point and extend his minutes because they need something other than just Barton and Jokic giving them offense. And that obviously is the biggest worry that Denver has probably going into this game. So I don't know if they're going to get it. That's why I absolutely love Jokic's props. He's probably going to demand the ball repeatedly in this game. He knows he's going to put up monster numbers to give this team a chance, and that's probably what you're going to see. Dutch, we'll go to you here next. Game 2, Denver, Golden State.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy, Kenny Rogers. I see you, my dude. Dennis Get Money. We'll see here. We're talking about the Warriors game. I still think the Warriors are just, I agree with Wham. Everything Wham Bam said, really, to be honest with you. They had 33 assists. It's Warriors basketball. 8, they did have 12 turnovers, which actually is a little bit less for them. So I look for them to keep kind of going down that number, and going down would be even better. But 12 turnovers for a Golden State Warriors team is actually really good. 33 assists is what we've come to see of Golden State Warriors basketball. I think it kind of just continues. You touched on it, but Bonnie touched on a lot, but also, Barton only had he had 24 motherfucking points. You know what I mean? Like, he had a good game. Joker still gave you 25, 10, and 6. They had 30 fucking points off the bench. So I'm just, what are you gonna count on Aaron Gordon and Monte Morris? These motherfuckers ain't it. We talked about it prior. As long as Golden State is back playing their basketball with Draymond on the court, and they only got 21 minutes from Curry. He gave you 16, so I believe if needed, he could give you more. Poole, I don't know if he's gonna drop 30 again, but this kid's nice, man. They're deep, they're loaded. I don't know if they could. I don't know. I mean, maybe Ski's right. Maybe they are a team that could get in the way of the Phoenix Suns. I don't believe so, but they looking like what they did from the beginning. I know it's just one game, but we've seen them do it for pretty much the first part of the season when they were healthy. So they're deep, man. They're 10-12 deep. They got youth, they got old cast, they got studs. So it should be a rout tonight. Denver just don't have it. It's Joker and pretty much Nathan else.
All right.
Latest 7.
There you go. Liking Golden State to roll yet again here in Game 2. Warriors -7 for Dutch. Skee, how do you see this one? Golden State hosting Denver Game 2.
Yeah, Jokic was probably missing a lot of layups. He was tired, bro. That's what happens when you're tired. He got to do everything on offense. They making sure they making him work on defense. So you're gonna put him in a lot of pick and rolls, make him move his feet all game long. So he's tired, man. That's what I think it is. So y'all talked about how deep Golden State is. Golden State only lost, I think, 10 games all year at home. And I told y'all last time, Denver, unless they're gonna win this game, they haven't covered a game all year as a dog. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Denver's gonna win. So I lean towards taking the Warriors -7. With that said, I'll tell you what I did with my money, and that is I made 3 bets. It's gonna be Warriors to sweep, that was +400. Warriors to win in 5, +250. Warriors to win in 6, +475. And pretty much I'm just saying I don't think Denver is going to win more than 2 games in this series. And so if they sweep, I win 2 units. If they win in 5, I win half a unit. Yep. And if they win in 6, I win 2.75 units.
Yeah, there you go. From a bankroll management and, delineating what you win based on what you bet makes sense. Good. That's good. And Dallas, you're right. I'd come back for another handful at a +400 right now, even after the Game 1 loss. Like if they get Luka back for Game 3, even though it's scenes going to Utah, they're very much still alive in this series, Dallas, even if they're down 2-0 after tonight. So keep an eye on that. So like I say, I don't think that series is over yet, not by a long shot. Great stuff. What is almost over is this show. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. 305 live viewers. Hit the like button. The Monday edition of this show. Of course, we're back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, once again for another NBA Pub Up. Great stuff as always from Skee, from Dutch, and from Wham. 305 live viewers. Hit the like button. We appreciate it. We've Dutch's freshest look and our best bets for this Monday NBA playoff card coming up. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Southtown 101. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product with promo code PubSports. And MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. NBA playoffs, NHL regular season winding down, and their playoffs will start in a couple weeks. Major League Baseball, UFC, USFL, and more. Sign up for an account. MyBookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, best bets. Dutch's freshest look here on a Monday. We got Game 2s. Game 1s were not the prettiest for any of us, but there's lots of playoffs left, and we're looking for bigger and better things here in Game 2. Wham, let's start with you. Best bet.
All right. I'm going to go here with the Mavericks, man. I think the Mavericks are the best bet for tonight. I bet all my games equally here, but except for this game, I took the money line as well. So I think this is the best bet for me. It's going to be the 5.5 with the Mavericks. After a loss, they're 22-8 so far this year. I expect them to come back and win and cover this game. So I like the Dallas Mavericks plus 5.5.
All right, Dallas Mavericks plus 5.5 against Utah. The best bet here for Wham. Dutch, what do you got? Freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. Hey, we're going straight to the motherfucking Bay. to get paid. And then Warriors, hey, they gonna come out to play. Lay the motherfucking touchdown. This is a score. Yeah, man.
There you go. Touchdown, Warriors. Golden State -7 against Denver for Dutch with the freshest look. All right, Skee, best bet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to give you something different, but I'm just tell you the best bet is Mavs +5.5. Man, I think they honestly win the game outright at the house.
All right, Dallas Mavericks +5.5 as Dutch shakes his head in disagreement. Dallas Mavericks +5.5 against Utah for best bet for Skee. My best bet, you know what? I'm going to do a player prop. We need to change it up. Toronto shit the bed Saturday. Milwaukee, I picked the full game for best bet yesterday when I should have taken first quarter or first half. I knew that. I was worried about that, but let's go player prop. Stands out like a sore thumb. There's no way Denver's even coming close to winning this game without him showing up in a big way. Nikola Jokic over 28.5 points for the Denver Nuggets. We're going to go with that for best bet here tonight on this card. Nikola Jokic, the Joker for Denver, over 28.5 points. All right, that'll wrap it up. Thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. We appreciate it. Hit the like button on the way out. And a reminder, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm talking to Star Child. He got scared, Star Child. That's why.
Yes.
I just didn't want to vibe against all these. I'm on the Jazz -5. I am. You know
still on.
I knew all you motherfuckers. I didn't want to go right against Wham Bam. Like, just be like, fuck it. But yeah, man. Hey, and we seem to be a little more consistent on the Warriors. I'm only betting a unit on each one of these plays. I got the Warriors -7, and I got the Jazz -5. So I could give you the 2 motherfucking piece. But yeah, man. And Billy Briz, practice. Come the fuck on, man. We talking about practice? Shit, bro. I'm the answer, bro.
Well,
big shout out to
here's
our
a friendly.
Nets bets.
Yeah.
Martinez, go ahead, Babano.
I was just going to say, here's a friendly reminder to everybody. This is the playoffs now. These are very good teams playing each other. There's not always a whole lot of separation. There's usually cases you can make for both sides in many of these games. So what does that mean? It means there's going to be some disagreement, and we're on different sides on this show. It's going to happen at playoff time. That's the way it works. It makes the show better, I think, when we disagree from time to time, actually. So good stuff. Whatever side and totals you end up on tonight, I hope you cash your tickets. We appreciate it very much. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, once again for the NBA Pub Hub for Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the NBA playoff action. Good luck. Cash some tickets. We'll see you again tomorrow on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. You'll stay heavily medicated on this beautiful Monday. And salute to the real ones. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.